Fear doesn't get to drive. How to reclaim your life and start living boldly. Hello, lovelies. Let me ask you something right away. Is there something you've wanted to do for years, maybe even decades, but you just haven't started? And not because you're lazy, not because it doesn't matter, but because deep down there's fear. Fear of failing, fear of being judged, fear that maybe, just maybe, you're not good enough. If that hits home, I get it. Truly, I've been there myself more times than I can count. But today, I want to share something that's helped me move forward, even when fear was loud. Because life's too short to let fear call the shots. Part 1. Understanding fear. It's not the enemy. Here's the truth about fear. It's not your enemy. It's actually trying to help you. It's your brain's way of saying, stay safe. Thousands of years ago, fear kept us from falling off cliffs or getting eaten by predators. And while we're no longer fighting saber-toothed tigers, that instinct still kicks in. Now, fear shows up when we want to start something new. Speak our truth. Take a risk. Change direction. Or simply say hello. Fear whispers, what if you fail? What if they laugh at you? What if you're not enough? But here's what I've learned. Fear can come along for the ride, but it doesn't get to drive. That's your job. You can feel fear and still take action. That, my friend, is courage. Part 2. Ask yourself what you really want. Not what your boss wants. Not what your parents expect. Not what society deems reasonable. What do you want? What lights you up? What's the thing you've been putting off? Maybe it's writing that book, taking that trip, having that tough conversation, asking out that person you really like, starting that side hustle, or simply saying hello. Part 3. My story, the moment that changed everything. Let me take you back to 1995, to the old city of Jerusalem. I used to visit this little Palestinian cafe in the late afternoons. It was quiet, just me and an old man named Christo who ran the place. One day, this woman walked in. Tall, elegant, long flowing hair, wearing a beautiful dress. She sat at the table across from me, and we were the only two people there. I was stunned, absolutely struck by her beauty, and yet, I didn't say a word. I was too afraid, too caught up in my own head. But then, she said hello. And just like that, the fear dissolved. And we've been together ever since. I didn't overcome the fear, she did. But that moment changed everything. You never know how one hello, one step, one small moment can shape the rest of your life. Part 4. Name it, write it, whisper it. Here's the deal. Fear grows in the dark. But when you speak your dreams out loud, when you write them down, even if it's just a whisper, it becomes real. And suddenly, fear doesn't feel so big. Part 5. Chronic pain and my turning point. A few years later, I hit another wall. I was diagnosed with chronic pancreatitis, and the pain was so intense, I could barely move. Most days, I just lay on the couch, unable to work or function. After months of failed treatments, I joined a program at a place called the Brook House. It was designed not to cure pain, but to teach you how to live with it. 3 months, 3 days a week, sessions with psychologists, physiotherapists, trainers, focused not just on your body, but your mindset. It was exhausting. It was painful, but it was powerful, because I learned something that changed my life. My pain wasn't in control. I was. It didn't go away, but it didn't run me anymore. And that gave me the courage to keep moving, one small step at a time. Part 6. Fear versus excitement. They feel the same. Fear and excitement? They're twins. Your heart races. Your stomach flips. You feel lightheaded. One says, run away. The other says, let's go. Next time you feel those nerves kicking in, ask yourself, is this fear, or is this just something I deeply care about? Part 7. Change your questions, change your life. Instead of asking, what if I mess up? Try asking, what if this changes everything? You don't need to transform your life in one day. All the big things I've done in my life? They started small. No perfect plan. Just movement. Just a beginning. The longer you wait, the heavier it feels. But the moment you take one tiny step, the pressure lifts. Part 8. Be kind to yourself. This is a big one. Watch how you talk to yourself. If you're constantly saying, I'm too old, I'm not ready, it's too late, I'm not good enough, you start to believe it. Would you talk to your best mate like that? No way. So don't do it to yourself. Talk to yourself like you would someone you love. With compassion. With encouragement. Give yourself credit for even considering a change. Part 9. The real regret. You know what I've seen again and again? People don't regret trying. They regret not trying. The words they didn't say. The leap they didn't take. The love they didn't chase. The life they didn't live. So ask yourself this. In 5 years, how would I feel if I never start? If that question makes your stomach turn, maybe it's time. Fear isn't going anywhere. It's part of the human experience. But it doesn't get to decide your future. You do. So take one step. Just one. Speak kindly to yourself. Name your dream. Say it out loud. And then move. You don't need to be fearless. You just need momentum. And now, I want to hear from you. Backhand index pointing out, drop a comment below. What's one thing you've been putting off? And what's the tiniest first step you can take today? And hey, thank you for being here, for showing up, for supporting each other. Keep going. You've got this. Life begins at the edge of your comfort zone. Fear doesn't get to drive. You do. Like, share, and subscribe for more stories that move you. And remember, don't wait. The time is now.